Let's see if we get something out of this spot right here.
All right, we're here, what, 2 minutes?
Yep. All right, come on, chase it.
I gotta whip my hand for this guy. He inhaled this lure. Ooh, losing my balance.
Something's chasing my bait. Come and get it, babies. Come and get it.
Not a monster, but will be someday.
Someday he'll grow up to be a mommy or a daddy.
A lot of times they'll have two fangs. Sometimes they break off, but that fang is what they can really grab a bait and hold on to it, and they can't get away. And then on the flip side, if you do get a hit, you set the hook, and either he gets off or misses it. Don't reel in right away and upset because you missed the fish. Let that artificial bait drop back down, or live bait if you're using it, but with the artificial, let it drop back down like an injured bait fish, and then twitch it like half the amount that you were moving it when you got the hit. So it really looks injured and it's struggling, easy prey, and 50% of the time that fish will come back and
you might get lucky.
Eat that, yeah.
All right. All right.
Oh, I can't even go to the other side of the boat. I got birds all over the place.
Another one out there?
There we go. Oh, we got the little guys out there.
That's all right. No, you're not going to have them. No. Yeah, this one's got ears too, and the other one doesn't. I think it's the same one.
The same too.
Huh?
I think it's the same too.
I think so too. Oh, hey. Well, they're little, they're big.
There we go.
They're fish. All right. Got another one?
Yep.
All right, let's see. They want to hit a silver bait here.
I gotta try and fake them out.
Oh, yep, right there. I just got a hit. Yeah, I got a hit out there, George.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of them. They're all small, but there's a lot of them.
Yep, as soon as I got out there.
So we had a couple of nicer trout over in this area, and then the bite just kind of died out. So I started fan casting around to see if there was any other spots that were holding some fish, and it's literally every cast we're getting hit, but they're just not big. They're juvenile trout, but you know, sometimes it's just fun.
Hey, it's like I said, you're catching something. You're not just sitting around, but
you know, we're gonna move after this and, you know, get into some other fish, but it's just fun and you know, action.
All right, here we go, right next to the boat. I got another little one. Yeah, I'm hitting a bunch of little ones now. All right.
Oh, there's our bait school right there.
Right there?
Right out there is a bait school.
There's another, but look at this. It's amazing. This little tiny trout hitting that big old tailed jig right there. All right, come on, there you go. Grow up.
So today, one of the biggest things with us getting on these trout, besides the typical areas they should be in, is they've been following the little bait schools that have shown up on the flats here. And usually if we get a good sized bait school, we're catching a lot of the trout.
All right, I think now it's time, George, that we call it quits here. I think we've got our fair share of trout. Let's let them live and grow. I hope everybody had a good time today watching us catch trout. And again, I hate to say it, but it's using the artificials that came through for me. I was using live bait, beautiful live bait, and my catch ratio was very slow compared to using the artificials. And made it all really fun is my beaver tail skiff that we're in. This is the Vengeance model, and I tell you what, I love this boat. 7 inches draft, running through real shallow where other people can't go. And
yeah, you can't beat it because you don't have to worry about, like today, we knew it was gonna be really low tides. It was like, so what?
And at cruising, I was showing George, I was getting 7.5 miles to the gallon. Cruising at about 31 miles an hour, I'm getting 7.5 miles to the gallon out of this thing. That's with my little 115 Yamaha. So I can't complain. I think it's doing its job. Right,
Yep.
This one hit it right next to the boat. Can you believe
boy.
that?
Can they get any smaller? You gotta fake them out though. We gotta fake like you're throwing it that way.
That's one right after the other. Now I'm using, and I call it the moon glow. It's nothing but almost a clear.
I think that's pilchard.
Yeah, it's a little dark in the back.
Yeah, it's their new color.
Yeah. It's a little dark in the back, and it's got a lot of glitter in it, and they seem to like it.
And me, I'm reeling in
Another one, yeah. All right.
They're enjoying electric chicken. And
They're enjoying everything here.
Yeah, if anybody's been following me, you've noticed recently, I'm all about the chicken series. There's chicken on a chain, hot chicken. I can't even think of them right now, but glowing chicken. There's all kinds of chicken colors, and I've been doing really well with it.
You know, you figure after a while, oh, there you go, got another one. Oh, he got off. I mean, this is crazy.
Right now, our birds kind of left us. I think they got tired of me faking them with the fake throw.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, they're hitting these saltwater assassin like crazy.
I'm going under you.
All right.
And you know, sometimes casting around, you know, you really should fan cast a little bit because you get this stuff set in your head like the fish should be right here. And a lot of times they will be on a drop off of a grass edge or something like that. But we've got a deep hole behind us. If in the middle of that deep hole, there's a large patch of grass, there could be bigger trout or
sitting in there.
You know, anything really. It's just structure, something that'll hold bait, which is going to attract fish. So it's good to do fan casting. I mean, that's how I found that spot, was just starting to cast around a little bit.
All right, come on, guys. Fish.
Not big, but better.
There we go. I got one out here too.
You got one too?
Yep, I got two on.
Maybe they're chasing. Now earlier we found fish because they were chasing bait schools. So maybe the bait schools aren't on top of the water, and they're just
chasing them on the bottom. That's a little one, but hey. And this one almost got
advantage of
off.
this rod holder right there. There you go.
All right.
Yeah, they're hanging on the drop off, so that's basically what I just did. Yeah, he's got a little more meat on him.
That's a little bigger one.
Good action though. I mean, really, one after another, you can't beat the action.
Hey, this is why it's fishing. Oh, right there, I just got a bump right there.
There we go. That is a nicer one.
There we go. I got one here too. There we go. Another trout.
All right. Oh, come here.
And we get them all different colors on different colored. So, all right, come here, boys.
There we go.
And I always use a wet towel if I got to grab them to make sure I don't take none of the slime. But that's what I'm using. It's a little bit of a gray back. You know, if you think about it, George, almost looks like a glass minnow.
Kind of, yeah.
And I think that's what they're chasing, these small baits and these little glass minnows maybe that are around. It's coming to the surface. No, look.
Trout.
Look in the middle.
Is it a trout?
Yeah, hold on. We got him, baby. We got him, man.
Trout ski.
Look at that. In the middle of the channel with shrimp. There you go, look. There's a whole bunch of trout here in the middle of the channel. What do you think about that, huh? I figured, well, let me give it a shot there since I couldn't get anything by the docks. There you go. I got them on that little yellowtail jig head. It's got a 1/0 hook on it and a live shrimp. And I guess I'll try it again. And there's my little D-hooker, never touched the fish. Yeah, come and get it, come and get it, come. That's it, come and get it. Yeah. There we go, look at that. I got him on a piece of dead shrimp, on the tail of a shrimp. Look at that, another trout right there.
Nice.
See, and look at that, on a piece of dead shrimp. See? Not even live shrimp.
Scent, baby. Wintertime and scent. Little trout.
So, let's see, there's 2 trout out of this spot right here.
There we go.
You got them? All right. The trout, I hope.
Oh, yeah.
All right, good. So then I'm going to free line then. Cut that weight off and free line.
Trout. Breaks the ice for today.
All right.
I'm going to wet my hands so I can take this guy off of here. He's got it a little bit deep. So I wet my hands because he was hooked a little bit deep. He's not a big guy, but I'll take him. Breaks the ice for today. And here we go, he's going in. All right, so what I'm throwing right now is a Saltwater Assassin 1/8 ounce jig head with a Saltwater Assassin sea shad. It's the electric chicken. It's kind of overcast today, so I elected to go with something a little bit brighter than what we had on a second ago. Just the brightness to catch a little bit of the sunlight that's out because we have an overcast day. You got good contrast, 2 different colors. That shows up really good, very vivid to a fish's eyesight. Contrasting colors is just something they pick up on. So something a little brighter and few casts, and I got the first trout. Not a big one, but broke the ice. So let's see what we can do.
Let's go. Welcome once again to Captain Sergio's Fishing Chronicles, and today we were fishing the DeSoto area, Fort DeSoto area, and we were trying to find some redfish or some trout, and redfish were nowhere to be seen. We went everywhere. Of course, we had extremely low tides again. We tried around a lot of the docks and everything back, way back where other people can't get into with these real low tides, but very, very little success. Now, we did have greenback sardines, we had live shrimp, and we had our everyday Saltwater Assassin artificial baits. And once again, it was a proven fact. We were finally found one spot close to Tarpon Key, don't mind telling you that, right off some grass flats there that dropped down into about 4, 5, 6 feet of water. And we worked that area pretty hard, and we did wind up getting quite a few trout out of there. The only problem was they weren't real big. We had a few big ones, and we had a lot of smaller ones. But again, I tried fishing with a cork and a live greenback. I tried fishing with a cork with a live shrimp. I tried free lining greenbacks. I tried free lining shrimp. It looked like every time it all went back to catching them on artificial baits. Don't ask me why. Now, I'm going to show you what I've got here is, right now that there's 3 different setups that you can use. I got what's a 1/16 jig head, and I use a 3-inch baby shad. And that seems to work real good this time of the year, especially when you see a lot of glass minnows. We were starting to see a lot of small hatchlings, small baits. Those fish are geared up on the smaller baits. So we went to Saltwater Assassin, the baby series, which is like little 3-inch paddle tails and shads and everything else. And we were using a 1/16 jig head. Then if you get into an area where the trout are a little bigger, we go into a 1/8 jig head with a regular 4-inch sea shad or paddle tail, whatever your liking is. Once in a while, we do get into those schools of those bigger reds, those real bigger trout. Then we switch over and we go to a 1/4-inch jig head to a 5-inch sea shad, whether it's a straight tail, split tail, paddle tail. But we move up in size as the fish move up in size. But sometimes it's best to start with the smaller size to find out where the fish are. And then that'll kind of lead you into where maybe the bigger ones are. The other thing that we always do, and I've said this many a times, you'll see I got 3,000, 2,500 reel. On my 3,000 reels, I have 15-pound fins, braided line. That seems to work extremely well for me. And that's the one that I would use, the little heavier jig heads, like the 1/4 ounce and 3/16. Also is the one I would use with hard body baits, like a Mirror, Rapala. I like to use 15-pound. But when it comes to using those lightweight, those 1/16 ounce jig heads, these little small tails, or even 1/8, I go to a 2,500 reel and I use 10-pound test fins, braided line. But now if you notice, I got 2 different colors. I do that with all my rods and reels because I know that anything that's got white on it is 15. Anything that's got blue, I know it's 10. I know that yellow is going to be 20, and anything that's green and up, it's going to be 30 pounds to 50 pounds is my green fins. But I know it's easy for me. I know that blue is 10, white is 15, yellow is 20, and then anything that's green, it's going to be over 20. It's going to be in the 30 to the 50-pound bracket. The whole secret about this trip was working it hard. I mean, we drifted and just kept plugging away to get the trout that we did. At the end of the day, we decided, well, let's go look at some of the old stamping grounds that we used to catch a lot of redfish. And I can tell you, we tried everything, and we had all the different baits. We really had no luck. We saw a couple of sheephead around some of the docks, but I don't know why. They just weren't there this week, but we're going to give it another shot. Please, thank you very much for being a subscriber.